Hey, welcome back to my channel. Today I am talking about the best boots you can find on Amazon for fall 2020. I have combed Amazon. I went through every single page and I only included ones that had really good ratings. I tried to keep them on the more affordable end, but you know, Amazon isn't always clear about their pricing because you know, some colors are certain prices or some sizes are certain prices. So I'm just gonna give a loose, affordable term on this. And with Prime Day coming, I know some of these are already included in the Prime Day preview, but I'm sure others will be included as well. I have a ton of boots in this list, and when I have a ton of things to share, I go through them really quickly. Everything will be linked down below in the description box. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment down below, and let's get started. So our first section I'm calling casual ankle boots. All of the different sections will be timestamped in the description box as well in case there's a section you're not interested in. So first we have these Bye. Where do some of these brand names come up with? Sorry. Anyway, these Bye women's tie knot Chelsea pump ankle boots. These ones look really cute. I love the colors and I love that knot detailing. Next, we have the Tom's Esme boot. This is just like another Chelsea boot. This one comes in a lot of colors and I really appreciate that, especially with neutrals because we can kind of fall into the same neutral patterns over and over again. It's nice to have variation. This is the Sam Edelman Tay ankle bootie. I love Sam Edelman boots. I swear by them. I have one that's really similar and I've had it for years. I highly recommend it. Next, we have this kind of Western inspired ankle bootie. I'm a huge fan of stacked heels and I love this arch here at the top. So this next one on the list is for all of my leopard print lovers out there. This is the Lucky Brand women's Bailey ankle boot. This just comes in a leopard, at least here on Amazon, but it was a really good price. And I have some similar ones if you want this style, but not leopard. Okay, this next one, I don't know why Amazon sometimes does this, but they'll put like two different kinds of the same boot. So this first one is two color options. The second one is the same exact boot, but two different color options. This is the Lucky Brand women's Nestle ankle boot. I really love this color called Whiskey. And then here on the second one, I also really like the color called Stone. It also comes in a really beautiful black if you're looking for a black option. This next one is a bit of a lower ankle boot. This is the Vince Camuto women's Centella fashion boot. But what I really like about this one is that ankle cutout is really low, so it's a lot less likely to rub against your ankles. This next boot is the Fergie Bunker ankle boot. I really like this for a transitional boot as it starts getting colder, especially if you live somewhere warm. And it has that kind of boot look while at the same time having a lot of opening for air to get to your feet. You don't have to wear socks. In fact, I would encourage you not to wear socks with these since you'd be able to see them. This next one is another Lucky brand. I think Lucky makes really great boots, but I really like the minimalist, clean look of this shoe. It's very masculine, comes in a lot of colors, so that's another great plus. This is the Frye Molly Pull Tab ankle boot. This one, again, is a little bit like that Western one I showed you earlier without as many Western touches if that was a little too much for you. I love this tab on the side. Again, it's just a little detail to keep it from being a super plain boot. And then we have Fergie's Braun ankle boot. This is like that one we saw with all the rope and braid detailing, but it's a little bit more covered and, you know, probably a little more suited for the colder months. If you are a fan of the Vince Camuto boots that look like this, the Gigiettas, then this is a perfect dupe. They look almost exactly identical. These ones still get really good ratings, and the price, $37.98 for me right now in this size and this color. Of course, that all could change. This comes in so many colors, which I love, and it's a really great affordable dupe. This one is another Chelsea boot. It's just a really good basic. It gets incredible ratings, 571 ratings, and it has really good stars, and the price is fantastic, so highly recommend. So this one is the Aerosol de Lacy ankle boot. This one is currently listed at $149.95, but there's a coupon for $44.95 right off of it. So hopefully that's still around by the time you see this, or if you're watching this on Prime Day. Any of these could possibly be included in Prime Day. I know some of them are part of the early sneak peek. We have another Sole Naturalizer ankle boot. It's a little bit like the Western boots, but a little slouchier. And then we have this Vince Camuto Patellin. I really love perforation on booties, and it comes in a few other colors. And then to finish off the casual boot section, we have these Dr. Scholl's Teammate ankle boots. They look a lot like the first ones I showed you. Dr. Scholl's, like, don't sleep on Dr. Scholl's. They make really good shoes. One of my favorite pairs of flats were from Dr. Scholl's until I wore them out. All right, next section I have sort of deemed the step up from casual, a little bit more formal ankle boot section. I want to start off with the Steve Madden rookie boot. These are very, very well known among Instagrammers and bloggers. I see these ones a lot. We even have the Amazon Choice logo next to it. The reason I'm calling out Steve Madden right now in particular is because I've been seeing some Steve Madden pop up in some early Prime Day previews. For example, their famous travel sandal is on Prime Day sale. Anyway, when I feel like it comes to sales, brands can kind of get grouped together, so we might be seeing more Steve Madden stuff go on sale. Next, we have the Bella Vita Nella dress bootie. I really like this one. This one reminds me of the casual ones I showed you from the Lucky brand, and these ones are a slightly more dressed up version of that. And then next we have this square toe ankle boot. It's a little bit higher in the front than in the back. It comes in a lot of colors, and it currently has 337 ratings, so very, very popular, and it's under $50. This one is very similar. It has a little bit of hardware, but it has a pointed toe rather than a square toe, and it's a little bit cheaper too. This next one is by the same brand, Dream Pairs, and it's a chunkier block heel. Again, we have a really great price, under $40 right now. Next, we have these ankle boots from Anne Klein. I love this snakeskin color. It has some really warm brown undertones, which are just gorgeous. And then to finish off this section, we are finishing off with another Amazon brand, which is called Fine, but I wanted to include this one just because it's a nice, simple, clean black ankle boot, which can be dressed up or dressed down, but I kept it in the kind of more formal category. But it's like $40 and it looks really, really high quality. This next section that we're gonna talk about is hiker boots, which is kind of my new personal favorite type of boot. And so we're starting out with ones that I saw them and I couldn't not gush over them. So these are the Timberland Sienna boot. These are waterproof. These are beautiful. I love the stamped detailing. I just think that's absolutely gorgeous. It comes in a few other colors. Not all of them have that stamped detailing, but I think that embossing is just gorgeous. Moving on, we have a much more affordable Amazon brand, but this is just a brown chunky hiker boot. I really like the contrast between the hardware and the dark brown. This next one is the STQ Women's Combat Boot. It has a zip on the side, which is always a plus when it comes to hiker boots. These ones, I really like the sweater material with the quilted material. We also have these Amazon Essentials Lace-Up Combat Boot. They have a ton of ratings. They have a lot of good ratings, and the price is really good. So I'd be willing to take a shot on them if I wanted a combat boot, but wasn't sure if it was the right trend for me. I've also been getting a lot of you asking questions about the Sam Edelman Tenley boots. You can find them on Amazon. These ones are getting really hard to find. They're very, very popular, and I'm pretty sure they're discontinued. You can find some of them on Amazon. Keep checking back for more sizes, but I'll include it in this list here too. And then to close off this section, we have the Timberland Camdale boot. This is another very high ankle boot. Definitely a little bit more fashion over function, but it's gorgeous. So now we're going to move on to the knee-high and over-the-knee boot section. We're going to start off with the Nine West Fivera. This one's more of a mid-calf boot, but I love a stiletto with a mid-calf. I think that looks gorgeous. Comes in a few other colors. Next, we have the Kenneth Cole New York Justin Engineer boot. Again, this one's a little bit higher, but it's really close to the Nine West one we just saw, but it has a chunkier heel. And then next, we have the NGN Women's over-the-knee boot. I'm just gonna call them over-the-knee boot. There's like 10 words in this title. It's between about $40 and $50. It comes in a lot of colors, and if you use my trick, it's not my trick, I have no claim to this trick, but it's a trick I've shared before, but using double-sided tape to keep up over-the-knee boots will save you so much money in the end. So these ones are really great for that. Some of them have laces, some of them don't. This next one is another over-the-knee boot, except with a lower ankle, and this one's by Steve Madden, which is an excellent brand. Next, we have the Cole Haan Willa boot, and I really like this one. This one seems a little bit taller than the ones we've seen. You can't quite tell. Again, we have a stacked heel. Next, we have my personal favorite. This boot is on sale, so I bought it on what I thought was a really good sale, but currently on Amazon, this boot is 50% off the full price. And here's the boot. You've seen probably a lot of people wearing this boot. It is normally $200, and right now on Amazon, it is on super sale. It's also on sale at Nordstrom, but for not as good of a price. And then next we have the Kookaburra by UGG women's high boots. This is a lot like the Sam Edelman ones I just showed you, except a little bit more dressed down if the Sam Edelman ones were a little bit too fancy. And then to finish off this section, we have the Jessica Simpson Lemira mid-calf boot. I love, love, love a nice python slightly slouchy mid-calf boot. I don't like when they come up too high, so I think this one's actually perfect. And again, we have a stiletto heel. All right, so the next section is rain boots. And I want to start off with these Hunter tall rain boots. I love Hunter boots, and these ones get 2,952 ratings, and they have over 4.5 stars. There are some people in the rating sections who are saying that these are knockoffs, and that's why the price is so good. And with that many ratings and that many positive ratings, I don't know, I'm really on the fence, but I encourage you to check it out first and make a decision for yourself whether or not you want to buy them, but it is a really good price. And then the next one, of course, I have is the Hunter Chelsea boot. I think a low rain boot can be really nice to have. And then next we have these Sperry saltwater duck boots. I love these boots. I didn't grab them to show you, but they're really great. I've already done a whole video just reviewing the Sperry saltwater duck boots that I'll link here, along with my fall shoe guide if you haven't seen all the different types of shoes I recommend for fall. So I hope you found this video helpful. Remember to like and comment down below if you did. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe and click the bell if you haven't already, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Bye.